All right, we are live. All right, give me 1 second. Let me turn off this music. All right, so per standard regulation, we are going to start with our casual mic check. So, Swamp, just say a few words, and we'll get this rolling. Oh, whoops! I had myself muted, so I'm All right, so just say a few things, Swamp, and I'll adjust as we go.
All right. Hello, my name is Swan Factor. I'm a good friend of Spence's. I'm a Pokemon content creator.
We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to.
I'll keep
try not to do talking points while we're trying to set everything up.
Got it. You say an introduction. I'm like, I'll spill beans.
Yeah, we'll just talk normally, like friend to friend, and then we'll start talking business and whatnot.
Got it. This is the first time I've done like one of these things, so bear with me.
Yeah, no worries. All right, how's he sound right there, guys? Just let me know. Just let me know if we need to adjust him in any way, shape, or form.
Right now, I'm trying to adjust my glasses.
Yeah, mine like to stay nice and cement on my face, so
lucky. Yeah, I don't have that luxury.
Well, to be fair, mine is being cemented by a pair of overshades, so
fair. I was wearing my sunglasses most of the day.
All right, what about now, guys? Is he good? Is he high enough now?
Just gonna put that down there for no reason.
Say some words. Say some words.
I just put my headphone mic down for no apparent reason, just because.
half the time, I don't even find the appeal of those things. They just get in your face, and half the time the mic is crap.
Well, this isn't even the actual microphone.
I know.
The actual one is just sitting on my desk.
All right,
Oh, you go ahead. Sorry.
All right. She says you think we're good, but I'll raise up just a little bit for safekeeping if he seems too loud. Sounds okay. They're very soft spoken. All right. Well, I'll just tell me if he sounds too soft. Just tell me if he sounds too soft or if he just sounds too low. Just let me know and we'll adjust it as we go. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the fellow pokeNERDs of the world, welcome to the pokeNERDs Incorporated podcast, a Pokemon exclusive podcast just for us pokeNERDs to sit down, relax, and get to know other fellow Pokemon content creators in the Pokemon community. I am your host, the Top Goon Spence of the Poké Network, with co-host Dominic the Kitty. Mwah. But today, everybody, our guest is another member of the Team Yell stream team, and I'm not going to reveal his age, but he is our youngest guest to ever appear on the show. But, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the pokeNERDs Incorporated podcast, Swamp Factor.
Hello.
All right, so we do apologize beforehand for starting late. Swamp had some traffic issues, so that's why we're starting late. So we do apologize for that forthright, but we're here now. We're proud. We're loud, and hopefully we see some of our other Team Yell mates in here tonight.
It is what it is. Life happens.
yeah. We'll just dumb it down to shit happens and whatnot.
Exactly.
All right, so the first thing you need to do is introduce yourself. So just introduce yourself and tell them what you do on Twitch and basically, how long you've been doing it, what got you into it, stuff like that.
All right. Well, like I said, my name is Swamp Factor. I'm a Pokemon and I guess now I can call myself a Pokemon and Dead by Daylight content creator here on Twitch and YouTube, but primarily Twitch. As of recently, this Thursday, I have now been doing content creation for 6 years.
Ooh.
Which is crazy to think about that I've been doing it for that long.
Considering your age too.
Exactly. But I got into it just because I'm like, you know what, my laptop had a camera for some reason, because laptops have those, don't know why.
Yeah.
I just said, you know what, why not? And 6 years later, here I am.
Yeah, I had a laptop in college that I used to create Facebook content with, basically for ADSD and stuff like that.
Mm.
But still, I'm still still 6 years. That's
Mm-hmm.
I mean, considering all that's happened to us in the past couple of years, I mean, it's really definitely taken a turn.
Yeah, especially since I've only been on Twitch for 2.5 years, actually. That's mainly where everything's been as of late.
Bella, we're not going to reveal his age, but he is the youngest guest in the history of the show. If you want to know his age, if you want to know his age, just send him a DM. All right. Well, actually, I keep forgetting to do this myself because I'm the host. But welcome all that's are either new to the chat or members of Swamp's community. My name is Spence. This channel is called the Poké Network. I am a variety Pokemon content creator on Twitch. I stream shiny hunting, challenge runs, Nuzlocke races, playthroughs, basically anything outside of Pokemon Go. You got it right here on this channel. And I've been almost on Twitch. Actually, in about 3 months, I've been on Twitch for the past 3 years, and that's how long I've been making content. I'm not really into the YouTube scene, but I normally just post the podcast on YouTube. I also do TikTok. I try to get posts on there as much as I can. But what got me into content creation in the first place was that I've always wanted to, I've always wanted to try to get into content creation, explore my fields of Pokemon beyond what I normally had, which was just DS games and whatnot. I didn't have any like special ROM technology or whatnot at the time. But see, my biggest inspiration I can say is M&J TV. Do you know who he is?
Yes, I was actually just watching his videos beforehand.
I watched one of his. I watched his newest release, the surprising stats video.
Yeah, that was the one I was watching.
Hell yeah, or should I just say hell yeah? But yeah, I actually contacted Mike for some advice, and surprisingly, he actually responded. I don't know if it was like one of his representatives or him, but still, the fact that I got a response just means the world to me. But yeah, basically, ever since then, getting into all these randomizers, the Dark King Zeo, stuff like that, just really, been my forte ever since. All right. So the first main topic we need to discuss is the origin of the channel name. So where did Swamp Factor come from?
All right, so my favorite Pokemon is Swampert, as you can tell by the first half of the name.
I mean, we'll discuss that. We'll discuss that more in detail in a minute.
Yeah, but the factor part is mainly I am a big nerd. That's the reason I'm here. But I love facts. I just love learning. Big thing for me is history. Big history buff.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to spread knowledge and facts to other people to see what gets them interested and communicate, basically. Just communicate through love of facts.
Blood, I agree with you.
And
Plus,
that's how the name started.
Well, we'll talk more about Swampert in a minute because I actually got some pretty funny stories with Ryo Nirakami there in the chat that we'd love to share with you, Mr. Swampert Man. All right, but anyway, for those of you who are unfamiliar with me, actually, for those of you who didn't know, this the Poké Network is not my original channel name. I was originally called the Poké Network.
Mm-hmm.
So how that name came to be was basically I knew I wanted to be a Pokemon content creator, so I wanted the word Poké to be in my username no matter what. But in college, I used to be really good with networking with people because there would be like so many group projects that we'd have to complete. So I'd have to really learn how to communicate with people and network with them. So that's where like the network aspect of my channel name comes from. But when I tried to put in Poké Network and Twitch, it was already taken by some like useless bot account or something like that. I have no idea whose account it is and why it's there. It has like 0 followers, whatnot. So the crossed my mind, but I felt it was too generic, so I wanted to like put something, a little bit unique on it. So I decided to just put the S in front, so S Poké Network, maybe stand out a little bit. But I didn't know at the time that Twitch doesn't allow hyphens in usernames, and I don't like using underscores. So you can imagine how many times my name was mispronounced, misread, or anything else for that factor when it comes to the brand of Pokemon in general. I mean, I was called Spoke Network, S-Poke, Poke Network, just so many variations on the name. It just got to the point where I was like, I've had enough. So I'm going to formally rebrand, get rid of the S, put in the V, and so far it's been working absolutely amazing for me.
Whatever works.
It's not whatever works, it's what had to work.
Exactly. But also the whole like Poké Network being taken, that's not the first time I've heard a username like that have a situation like that.
Like, I'm pretty sure that our fellow teammate mate Sonic Buckley wanted to just be Sonic Buckley, but apparently, I guess that was already taken, so he went with the old one.
Also, yes, that was my cat that just walked in front of my camera.
Yeah, well, at least your cat's basically not frying your lower region.
My desk is big enough to where Sonny just hangs out on top of left side of my desk.
I got so much crap on my desk, it's unreal. Do you have something to drink? We got hydrate.
Let me go get something. I don't think I have anything on me.
All right, go get something to drink, buddy.
I'll be right back.
All right.
You can still probably hear me though.
All right, give Swampert credit where he's due. He didn't know that we had a hydrate command. Come on, man. I already love this man, Jared. What are you talking about? All right, so automatically we know what Swamp's favorite Pokemon is, but actually, for those of you who don't know, Swampert is my favorite Hoenn starter. But we're gonna let him go in detail as to why Swampert is his favorite Pokemon.
I have water.
Look in the background of the camera. All I see is a shelf full of whatchamahulits, Jared.
Yes, the shelf. Also,
but yeah. Trust me, my phone beeps all the time whenever I'm live, and I keep forgetting to turn off the sound. But anyway, as you stated earlier, your favorite Pokemon is Swampert, so I'm care to go into detail as to why that is?
So my first ever Pokemon game was Alpha Sapphire, and I decided to choose Mudkip because who doesn't like Mudkips? Am I right?
Mudkip
and
oh my god, you're even better than me.
But like I just fell in love with the line as a whole, but Swampert just became my favorite. And using him to beat Steven Stone was just, I was in heaven when I was younger.
Yeah, I've done a couple of Sapphire runs or a couple of OG Gen 3 runs on this channel, and I KO'd Steven's Metagross both times with Swampert.
That's the way to do it.
But also, I wanted to ask you this: when it came to choosing your logo, why Mega over the OG Swampert?
Well, the Mega is just like this giant buff mudfish, and I just thought that was awesome.
To be fair,
because he's got that swole on.
Well, if Mega Blaziken didn't have such an impact on me, I would have said that Mega Swampert was my favorite of the three Gen 3 Megas.
Yeah.
All right, well, but as I like to keep saying, everyone should know what my favorite Pokemon is by now. It is my faithful companion, my all-time friend, the channel mascot himself, Demon the Obstagoon.
Yep.
So the reason why Demon, I just refer to Obstagoon as Demon because half the time I don't even say the word Obstagoon. Yeah. But anyway, the reason why this guy's my favorite is for a few reasons. Based on looks alone, when he was introduced, I knew he like jumped into my top 10 basically instantly, just on the aesthetics alone.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, but I knew that the second I saw this thing, I had to use it on my playthrough team. So I caught one of those Ziggs early route, and I figured out how to evolve it. And oh my god, this thing is a monster. Especially when you put a gut set on this thing with max attack or with the max attack and adamant nature and freaking facade, flame orb, throat chop, or knockoff. It's just an unbelievable attacker. I mean, to be fair, the 4 times weakness to fighting is, it's a bitch. But at the same time, there's so much that Obstagoon can do. And on top of that, like after using it, it jumped into my top 3. But when I started streaming, I knew I needed a channel mascot, and I knew that either he still does it to this day half the time or does it completely, but Patters used to have a Darkrai as either his main or partial mascot. So I was like, I needed something different, and no one was using Obstagoon at the time, so I just jumped the gun. And after making it the mascot, he jumped to be my favorite.
Yep. That was also my thought process for Obstagoon too. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, also after all, it is like the main mon of our quote unquote team leader.
Yep.
But also to note, I also have a shiny Obstagoon card, so
I have a shiny Obstagoon, so
I have like 10, dude. I got like 10, and one has the rare mark, so I'm pretty proud of that one.
Nice.
Yeah. Like quit on me today in Battle League. I was kicking his butt with my fairy, Elisa. Good God. Also, Ritzel's hi. All right. So now that we're off the topic of favorite Pokemon, what is your? Actually, hold on. Before we go any further, I wanted to give you that little story about the Swampert with my boy Ryu Narukami. So right. My buddy, so I call him Blood because that's how I'm used to calling him, because it used to be called Ragnablood. But anyway, he's notorious for creating the most insane, out of this world challenge runs you have ever come across. And one time he was doing a randomized Ultra Sun run, and this thing, he went bonkers because he randomized the stats as well as typings and abilities and movesets and everything. Basically, it was ultimately randomized. But anyway, he got to the Hala battle, and the first Pokemon he sent out was a Swampert. And this thing, from what we understand, it was a dark flying type. It was holding a flying gem. It had the move Acrobatics. So after the flying gem was used, it basically KO'd his entire team. Come to find out, its base attack stat was 900.
What?
Yeah.
What? That is busted.
There's no limits on the stat boost that the guy gave, but still. Oh yeah, and also it had huge power. To this day, he has trouble with Swampert in every single randomized run he does. Every single one. Doesn't matter what he does, it always leads to Swampert.
That's like so many people's Reggies and randomizers.
Oh my god, look, we're already killing him. It's not even 20 minutes in. Blood. The blood stories are just, tear jerkers. They'll really put a tear in your eye because it's so fucking funny.
That is amazing.
I know, it's great. Like if I was streaming with him during that time period, that would have been just the funniest thing ever. All right, well, okay. So, what is your favorite shiny and why?
Oh, honestly, shiny Gigalith.
Not bad.
Like the blue crystals, the purple rocks, it's just perfection.
Also, care to share that your longest hunt ever was that Roggenrola?
You would be correct on that. 10,999 encounters.
That's more than Skitty J's Darkrai.
Yeah, keep in mind, I had Shiny Charm, and I was getting shinies, but just not the one I wanted. And
yeah, how long did that take?
Over 400 days, on and off.
400 days.
Yeah, because I started after I got my shiny Psyduck, which was before Safari Week, and then August of last year.
Well,
Was the one I got.
yeah, well, I'm still trying to find my Darkrai, and I'm almost a year into hunting, on and off.
How many encounters have you had for it?
As of last Tuesday, 8,900.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm getting closer to Skinny J, and I don't want to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gigalith is an amazing shiny. I did SOSing for Gigalith in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and man, you guys gotta love that thing that looks like a giant mutant geode.
I have a funny story from this rock and roll hunt.
Go ahead, share it.
So whenever I hit 9,000 counters, also Ash is right up there. That's the one that just jumped up, if you saw. I decided to do a stream where I would hit 10,000 encounters that day, 9K to 10K.
Mm-hmm.
I took a break at 9,500 just so that way I could do a couple of things beforehand, but whatever. And I decided to make a punishment for myself. That punishment was that I would have to get pied in the face if I did not get the shiny before 10K.
Yeah.
And I didn't get pied in the well, I did get pied in the face because I didn't get the rock and roller.
Who pied you? Your sister or your girlfriend?
My now ex-girlfriend. But we're still good friends. So that's good.
All right, that's good. That's good.
But however, that's not the only funny part. Her mother made a Twitch account solely to see me get pied in the face. That is the only reason she made a Twitch account.
Oh, wow.
And she was not disappointed.
I've gotten pied twice in my career. I did a full pie to the face, filling, crust, and all, and it went all over the place. Second time, it was just a cake tin full of whipped cream. And I was like, yay, delicious.
But I literally just took a paper plate and an entire can of whipped cream was on that plate.
Yeah.
And it was in the hair, on the shirt, on the back of my chair.
Yeah, the first time it got all over my floor and all over me. Oh, it was a giant mess. And also, what's up, Squid? Another yeller.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce that username, but thank you for the follow. Our alerts also remind everybody alerts are turned off specifically for podcasts.
Makes sense.
All right, well, my favorite shiny should come as no surprise. My favorite colors are black, red, grays, and whatnot. And my favorite starter of all time fits the bill: Shiny Greninja.
Yep. It is a fantastic shiny.
Yes, and also one I nearly died trying to get. I don't know if you saw my Twitter post, but I literally choked on my water finding this thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I literally, I don't know what caused me to just stop from just going, the classic. I just choked.
One clip I remember of someone literally doing a spit take after getting a shiny was Jacob Pomegranate. I don't entirely remember what shiny it was, but it's just literally he found a shiny, raid came in, and he just it was hilarious.
Oh man, yeah. Those are the shiny reactions that really get to everybody.
I think for me, it was definitely my the fourth Scraggy on the Rock and Roll hunt. I literally almost broke my chair over that one.
Yeah, I got a reaction involving Scraggy. It was our race. It was my race between Chloe and me, during our Team Yell thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it at 18. She got it literally at 17. That's how she won. She beat me by one fucking egg. That's how she won. She beat me by one egg.
That's hilarious.
She manifested it. She get a whole manifest 5 eggs beforehand, and all of a sudden, bam! The last egg it took her to win. My God.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I know. It's absolutely it's jaw dropping. I couldn't believe it myself. I was like, oh, what the crap. All right, well, back to discussion topics. What is your favorite Pokemon type?
Um, hmm. Between the three I'm thinking of right now, I gotta go with ground type, honestly.
Ground's not bad. Yeah, what draws you to ground types?
A lot of my favorite Pokemon tend to fall into the ground type category.
I mean, Swampert
Like,
for one.
yeah, Swampert, but like Sandslash, Seismitoad. I like Sandaconda a lot. And if I had like, if so, say like you had a Pokemon gym in a specific region. If I had a gym in Galar, it would be a ground gym, and Sandaconda would be my ace.
Yeah, if I mean, if I can have if I could have a dark gym like in probably Kalos, because I don't want to take the pride away from Piers and Marnie, but I'd probably use if I had to use a Sinnoh region, I mean Galar region dark type, I'd probably still just go with Greninja. I mean it's not typical for gym leaders to go with starters, but still it's the best one.
Sinnoh would beg to differ.
I'm talking about for that region.
Yeah, fair.
There are good dark types in Sinnoh. I love Spiritomb. I love Drapion. Darkrai has been downgraded from number 2 to number 3, with Greninja taking over him at number 2.
Because of
The resets.
yes, which is why I've been not entirely looking forward to doing the Darkrai hunt in Brilliant Diamond.
Pure Genesis loves to really start like nagging me about it, because he gets decent luck with full odds, and I'm like, dude, I swear if you get that before me.
Yeah, I feel like some shiny hunters just kind of have like the why is my luck so horrible on some certain hunts.
Well, at least we're not like Shy Patrol or Pokefruits, and we either KO our team or we don't bring balls.
I remember that freaking Lapras.
He got it so fast, and he didn't have balls.
It was just I just seeing the clip on Twitter is just like killing me.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, no way.
I'm like, how is this even possible?
I don't know. But it comes with no surprise. My favorite Pokemon is the Dark type, because I have always felt at home with Dark types. Literally my top 5 favorite Pokemon are Dark types: Obstagoon, Greninja, Darkrai, Hydreigon, Umbreon. And as you guys know, I am the quote-unquote Dark King of 5 different Pokemon regions.
Jeez.
Yeah, I will also say, though, that my Dark Conquest has inspired not one, but 2 more content creators to do the same thing I'm doing, except with Steel and Electric types.
Ooh.
Yeah, my buddy Strix the Lion is doing it with Electric types, and my buddy Cybernetic Axis, he's doing it with Steel types. He recently just conquered Paldea.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, you got a question in the chat. What is your favorite fairy type?
Favorite fairy type.
Also, reminder, guys, for future reference, there is a redeem to ask us questions.
Let me pull up a list of fairy type Pokemon really quick.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of good ones.
I mean, we'll get I'll talk about fairy types later on in the show, but I can only stand 4 fairy types. Grimmsnarl being my favorite, Alolan Ninetales, Gardevoir, and Togekiss.
Honestly, I gotta go with Togekiss.
Yeah,
I used one in Platinum a while back. Absolute godsend.
Let the serene grace flinching begin.
Yep.
I mean, obviously before I wasn't a fairy type, but getting it later on.
True.
All right, so obviously you're. What was that?
That's my guinea pig.
Okay, you have a guinea pig.
Yes, I do.
All right, alrighty. All right, so obviously you're this question may well, depending on how much Pokemon you've played since Alpha Sapphire may be limiting, but out of all the games you've played for Pokemon, which one's your favorite? And this can also include the spin-off games if you've played any.
Honestly, ORAS has been my absolute favorite. Because, for one, I feel like it's one of the only Pokemon games I could play over and over and over again.
It's got a good amount of replay value.
Mm-hmm. It took me a very long time to get the Shiny Charm in that game. Like, I had like 700 hours in Alpha Sapphire before I got the Shiny Charm.
Mm-hmm.
And just that kind of journey to do something like that again was just amazing. And like I love playing any Pokemon game, but if there was one that I would consider my favorite, it would be Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, I can see where you get a lot of sentimental value because Generation 3 is where I got my start, but I started in OG Gen 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time is actually Swampert, but he's number 8 in my category. It used to be Blaziken, so we overtook the kickin' chicken. But yeah, when I talk about my favorite Pokemon games, I normally divide it between 3 different subcategories because I really just can't link it to just one game. So I like to divide it between the game that has the best storyline, the best overall decks, and then best overall game. I mean, it may sound contradicting, but there's still aspects between the overall game and the best written game that are very like day and night.
Yeah.
But for me, the best written Pokemon games ever are the Black 2 and White 2 Gen 5 games. Well, just the Gen 5 games in general. But if you ever get a chance to play them, please play them. They seriously, the story is so much more mature and so much more well written than any other game I've ever played. Especially Black 2 and White 2, Hugh, best rival of all time.
I have played through White, and I'm almost finished with White 2. I've really enjoyed them. They're so much fun.
Yeah, I cannot like. There are a lot of people that love to give crap to Generation 5, but for those of you that have a required taste, or should I say a more advanced palate when it comes to Pokemon, you will love Gen 5.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, the game that has the best overall decks is Pokemon Platinum. Plus, you can't deny the Distortion World's fucking amazing.
It is awesome.
To be fair, I've never used an OG Spiritomb outside of hacks, but at the same time, Spiritomb is a rockin' fella.
How?
Huh?
Oh yeah, you have to do that whole underground stuff to get Spiritomb and OG Gen 4.
Yeah. It's the same concept in BDSP, except you have to actually do it with NPCs.
Yeah, which is a lot easier.
Yeah, I did not even bother with that. I mean, I'll get on BDSP later, but my favorite overall game is Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 different regions. Your Pokemon walk behind you. You got the Poké Walker. It was a game that was it was a game that came way too early for its time because this was like crap. Even I forget when that game was introduced. I think it was like 2008 or something.
Like 2009, I think it was.
2008, 2009. Let's see. Yeah, 2009. But still, at 2009, it was still up there for its time.
Mm-hmm. I will agree with you on that.
Plus, I also gotta say that going through the region and killing everything with Typhlosion or Feraligatr just definitely put a smile on my face. All right, so we were able to get through the favorite categories, but so let's get on to the least. So Swamp, What Pokemon can you not stand more than anything?
Frostlass.
Frostlass. That's a first.
Yes.
What
which
Frostlass do to you?
You want to know what Frostlass did to me? I'll tell you.
What did Frostlass do to you?
So, whenever I first played Alpha Sapphire, I was an idiot as a kid when it come to playing it.
Okay.
But I feel like anyone that played Pokemon like for the first time made some really stupid decisions.
Fair, yes.
No matter what I did, I could never get past Glacia and her stupid Frostlasses, and it set me back maybe about 40 or so times. I wish I was exaggerating. I'm not.
What were you doing wrong that you didn't realize at the time?
I don't know. I think it was probably because of my crappy move choices. I think it were. And just, I decided to be stubborn and just tough it out instead of like getting better moves.
I mean, if you like, I love to use Zangoose on a Gen 3 playthrough team. And if you come in there with a, like, especially in Oraz, if you go in there with a Zangoose with Night Slash, you can Oko, Peony, or I can't even pronounce her name right. Fiona, or Fione. I cannot
Phoebe.
pronounce her name. Phoebe. I cannot pronounce her name right if my life depended on it. But anyway, Phoebe and also her Frostlasses without any worries. I mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah, but Glacia and her Frostlass is just... It drove me crazy to the point where I despise Frostlass and everything to do with it.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I got a few horror stories regarding my least favorite that everyone loves to hear because they love to hear me talk about it.
Yeah, me intrigued.
Alolan Persian.
Okay. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it either, but I feel like you probably hate it for a more reason than just it looks stupid.
There's a lot of reasons. I mean, it's very contradicting of me because my favorite type is the dark type, but this is the one dark type that I cannot stand. So, first off, obviously, the looks. This thing is so butt-ass ugly. It is beyond horrendous to look at. That goddamn face is just so off-putting to me. It's very off-putting. But then...
It looks like it took a melon and just had it sucked into its head.
Exactly. And then we come to find out that its evolution method is based off of friendship instead of level up. So it's like, what? I have to befriend this ugly kitten to get the uglier cat? Like, why?
No.
I don't, it's ridiculous. But then, here's the biggest kick in the pants. So, before obviously Gen 8 and Piers and Marty were introduced, the closest thing we ever had to a dark type gym leader came in the form 7 generations later with Nanu.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Fairy type got a freaking gym right away. Dark type only got an Elite Four member twice, and actually 3 times, but no gym. So, obviously the Kahunas weren't technically gyms, but at the same time they kind of were. But if he had just used Alolan, I get they wanted to use Alolan Pokemon as their aces. And I get that Alola is very, 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 very limiting on dark types. But if they had just freaking used Alolan Muck, that battle would have been a lot harder than it was. But instead, biggest kick in the pants, he brought in the ugly ass, wanna punt to the sun, cat. And on top of that, its ability Fur Coat just makes it even more annoying to knock out, even if you use a Z move on the damn thing.
What does that do again?
It's basically for increasing defenses.
Oh.
We gotta hydrate. Yeah, Mikey, I brought up the friendship part. That's why I said one of the reasons I hate it. For it to be all friendshipy. Ugh, God, I hate that cat. But then, new kick in the pants. Hey, I'm a cat dad. I love cats. I hate this cat.
That's how I am.
But anyway, then I opened up a channel redemption called Choose My Next Shiny Hunt, and the first thing they made me hunt was Alolan Meowth via eggs.
Oh, that's dirty.
But to be fair, I'm a Sword and Shield Masuda Juggernaut, and I got it within the first 200, and basically was like, there you go, Strix. Fuck this stupid cat. So yeah, 100,000 channel points for 4 hours of me having the worst time ever trying to find one shiny. Absolutely freaking ridiculous. Just absolutely mind-boggling ridiculous. But yeah, that's my beef with Alolan Persian. It is not going away.
Yeah, that's understandable.
All right, so what is your least favorite shiny and why?
Nidoqueen.
I can
you see why.
I can see why the green's very off-putting.
Let me explain. Let's start off with the preface of not all green shinies are bad.
I mean, obviously, because we'll talk about this later, but the 151 challenge.
Mm-hmm. Dragonite. But
yeah.
let's look at Nidoran male, all right?
Uh-huh.
Purple turns blue. Same continues throughout the line.
Yeah, I love shiny Nidoking.
Yeah. Shiny Nidoking. Awesome. Nidoran female goes from that like bluish to kind of pink.
Yeah.
Nidorina follows the preface. Nidoqueen, what happened to you?
I mean, it's the same. It's same with Dragonite, but Dragonite's the pseudo. Nidoqueen's just Nidoqueen.
It looks like Nidoqueen was suntanning on the beach, and a kid just came up and just projectile vomited all over. I wish I was kidding when I said that. It's just like that green makes no sense for it to be there. It's so off-putting.
Oh my word. To be fair, most green shinies are like that, but the beef, I can understand why people would hate Nidoqueen. I mean, there are people that can live with Dragonite because, you know, like I said, it's the pseudo, so you can't really hate the pseudo. I mean, unless you got some weird ass beef with Dragonite.
Honestly, I think shiny Dragonite is really cool because it reminds me of a dragon that I remember when I was younger, but I don't remember where it's from. I just like it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we'll talk about our experiences with the 151 challenge later because those were cool moments for both of us.
Yes.
But my least favorite shiny was actually one of the new Pokemon that was recently introduced. The Charcadet, Armarouge, and Ceruledge line.
I can see why.
The longest time, it was Regice because, I mean, the 3D renderings of Gengar and Garchomp make them a little bit better. Even with Articuno, it still makes them a little bit better. But they dropped the ball big time on a couple of the most anticipated new Pokemon because they look amazing. They should have gotten amazing shinies. But no, all that happened was the eye color changing. That's basically just me taking off my sunglasses and saying, hey, look, I'm a shiny Spence. But no.
That's also me taking on my glasses and be like, hey, shiny Swamp.
Exactly. Yeah. But all they had to do was make Charcadet gray, making it look like a burnt out piece of charcoal, and then swap the color schemes of Armarouge and Ceruledge, and could have called it a day, and they would have been so great. But no, all that happened was their eye colors got inverted. Armarouge went from red to blue, and Ceruledge went from blue to red. That's the only difference, and it's so mind-bogglingly disgusting to me. I hate it so much. That's why I will, like, unless somebody redeems me to, I will never hunt one of those members of the line. I will never do it.
I don't blame you, because Scarlet and Violet had some of the best shinies they made, but also some of the absolute worst.
Indeed. I mean, that's what it is with every generation, but still. There were some bangers this gen, but they dropped the ball with the best looking ones.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, it wasn't until Gen 6 when they like actually started doing instead of just making palette swaps.
Yeah, I mean, after Generation 6, I don't know if it was 5 or 6, but they actually stopped using like an algorithm to predict shinies. They actually put some thought process into them. And
That
I mean, obviously,
started with Gen 6.
oh yeah, all right, then yeah, Gen 6. I always keep forgetting if it was Gen 5 or 6. But anyway,
6.
but I mean, yeah, obviously some of the best shinies that we can recall are ones they put effort into, like, you know, shiny Palisand, you know, Black Sand, the Meteorite, Minior, going from, you know, blank core to a black core with all the other colors in it with a rainbow like a prism.
Fantastic.
Indeed. But yeah, it was, still, they dropped the ball big time on those guys, and they, like, to this day, if they somehow make a shiny worse than that, I swear on everything, I'm just gonna freaking punt every bad shiny to the moon.
Yeah.
No, to the sun. Actually, a new thing I like to say is that I can say that all bad shinies can take a cactus up the ass.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, that's why one of the things I've been recently saying more often is that like people things or people that annoy me can go do that.
It's not pleasant.
But yeah, unpleasant. But anyway, what is your least favorite type?
Honestly, just kind of looking at the types, least favorite. Kind of gotta go with bug.
Bug.
Yeah, like I don't have any hatred or anything. Like all the types are good. It's just this one is just particularly just not one I use all that often.
Yeah, so far half the guests have agreed that just they don't really have too much beef with bug types. They just they're just very, you know, underwhelming.
Yeah, like some bug types are some of the best Pokemon ever made.
I mean, Vikavolt is my sixth favorite. No wait, seventh.
Heracross, Vikavolt,
Scizor,
Scyther, Gleaver, Pinsir.
Orbeetle.
Like good bugs. Orbeetle, that's another good one.
I mean, between Generation 6 and 7, I actually used a bug on at least one of my playthrough teams. Actually, I used a bug. I used basically almost every single new bug introduced in Gen 7 between Gen 7 teams. I've used Vikavolt, Golisopod, Araquanid. What was the other one? I don't remember. Hey, Swamp, you got a question. Fuller wants to know, how do you feel about Magmortar?
Magmortar. I forgot what that Pokemon was for a second.
It's the evolution of Magmar.
Yeah. I don't know why I forgot it for some reason. Probably because I never use it. But I like it. Honestly, between Electivire and Magmortar, Electivire every time.
Electivire is in my top 10 based on aesthetics alone.
Yeah, but also I just have more fond memories of Electivire than Magmortar. But it's nice.
Yeah, I finally got to use an Electivire on my playthrough team in BDSP, and I finally got my shiny one after 5 fucking years of trying to find it. This was on and off hunting for it between like 3 different games, so yeah.
Yeah.
But my least favorite type shouldn't come as a surprise because I'm a dark type master, is the fairy type.
Yes.
Yeah. There's just a few Pokemon that don't make any sense whatsoever being a fairy type. I always bring up this example, Gramble. I can understand the little puppy being a fairy because it's pink, but Gramble makes 0 sense. What about this giant fanged purple bulldog says, "Hello, I'm a pretty fairy"? Nothing says I'm a fairy. But then I mean, I've never really had too much trouble with fairy types, but it's just a major inconvenience for people like me who their favorite type is the dark type, but there are a few Pokemon that gained weaknesses and 4 times weaknesses thanks to fairy. I mean, Spiritomb for the longest time was the most notorious no super effective damage mon, even though Sableye's been a thing since Gen 3. It was beyond overshadowed by Spiritomb. But still, at the same time, it gained the fairy weakness because Ghost doesn't resist fairy. But on top of that, like I said previously, there are literally only 4 fairies I can stand. That being Grimmsnarl, the first dark fairy type, one of my favorites. Alolan Ninetales because it's my favorite ice type and I just love it. Besides, I have notorious Alolan Ninetales records. Or should I say, I trade hunted the Alolan Vulpix in Let's Go and got it under odds at 4,041. But then,
I remember that.
But yeah, then in Sword and Shield for Camp Yoha Spring, I decided to shiny hunt Alolan Vulpix because the Alolan variants counted for that event as well, and I got 3 of them and 200 eggs.
Nice.
But yeah, like I said, Gardevoir. I mean, obviously everyone loves Gardevoir, and then Togekiss because it's cute. But yeah, fairy types of me just don't Coraline. Do not mix well.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what about your least favorite game?
Ooh.
I mean, based on your limited playtime, which game do you say is the one that's not for you?
Honestly, out of the Pokemon games I've played, which has been the DS era to the Switch era, I gotta go with BDSP if I'm being completely honest.
Yes.
And main reason why being, is it good for playing through the story? Absolutely. I love playing through the story of it. Fantastic. The shiny hunting in it though.
They made a true they didn't make a remake. They made a true remastered. And back then, the shiny charm, I believe, was just the same. And it carried over. It only affects the Masuda odds. It does not affect anything else.
Well, shiny charm didn't exist until Gen 5.
Oh yeah, that's what I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that it wasn't a Gen 4 introduce. That's like the 2 things I keep forgetting. And here I am, a shiny hunter.
The more you know. But it's just, I have no idea what happened while Ilka was planning on the shiny hunting stuff. I have no idea. But somebody really screwed that up big time.
Ilka screwed up big time with the entire game.
Yeah.
I will say that the Platinum Dex mons in the underground, perfect. But otherwise, bleh.
Like, art style, don't care. Like, it's the art style. I mean, I'm not gonna really complain about it. Like, that's just how the game looks. Cool, looks nice. I'm gonna play it, see how I like it. Like, art style isn't really that big of a difference to me of like, am I gonna like this game or not? But the load up times, the shiny hunting in that game, no, just no.
Just take it from me, who's doing reset hunting for Darkrai.
I tried to do the Piplup starter reset at the beginning of the game. One night for stream, I gave up after 30 resets. I'm like, I'm done with this.
I attempted an SBQ starting with Chimchar, and I was using 2 different copies of Shining Pearl, and I got to 1,000 resets between 2 copies, so 2,000 overall. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But
technically,
yeah.
you got 4,000 encounters because.
No, it was 1,000 per, so it was 2,000 overall.
But I'm also talking about the Starly.
Oh yes, I also keep forgetting that damn Starly. Do you remember that guy? Do you remember that guy that notoriously hacked the Shiny Starly and Shiny Starter together?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy can go to hell. That guy can straight up just go to shiny hunting hell, never find another shiny again, because you don't fucking do that to people. Especially us diehard shiny hunters that have been shiny hunting notoriously for years. And then you go and do this, try to get popular off it? You fuck off.
It's like
I don't remember
that's been no go.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, and I honestly don't give a damn about his existence, but I digress. As much as I would love to say that BDSP is my least favorite, this is gonna sound again contradicting because it's somewhere where my favorite Pokemon come from. I hate X and Y.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hate X and Y. Like I said, don't get me wrong, Greninja coming from the game, best thing ever. But I get that the game was the first 3D game for the Pokemon line, and there was a lot of stuff to work with. Mm-hmm. But they could have done a lot more. They could have done a lot more. Especially in the post-game. Literally, the only thing to do post-game was go get Zygarde, go get the legendary bird based on your starter, and then go to that random town where the battle amazing is. That's it. And also the Friend Safari, but I've never done that. They could have done a lot more with it. And also, the Megas and the fact that each gym only got 3 Pokemon, or 2, just made the game way too easy. By the very end, if you had a Blaziken on your team from the gift, and you could OHKO every single member of Wolfric's team with Flamethrower and Flare Blitz or Close Combat, they were so easy to beat. And then the Elite Four. The Elite Four severely dropped the ball. They should have gave every single member 5 Pokemon and gave them a Mega. But no, they saved it just for Diantha. Which, in my mind, I can understand why people hate Geeta, but the Diantha is the worst champion in Pokemon. No doubt. Because Geeta is actually in her said game. She's actually in her game and has more dialogue than Diantha. Literally, you only see her 4 times in the entire game. That's it. Unless you completely keep going into the Elite Four to grind money. She's not even in the game. So yeah, way too easy. 3D bugs. No post game. Just they should have done a lot more. They should have done a hell of a lot more, but they didn't.
I know there's that looker mission at the end of X and Y, but I honestly don't remember.
I completely forgot that was a thing. That thing was also so fucking stupid.
I don't know if I've ever done it in X and Y. I just know it exists.
I think I halfway did it, but then I don't remember doing about everything.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm like, did I? I don't know.
I don't know. Blow, we can agree to disagree on the champion fact. All right. So, Swamp, this is the part where I'd like to ask the guest, what was your very first experience with Pokemon? This can be anything between games, anime, cards. As long as it was Pokemon related, please share.
All right. This is going to sound really interesting, but originally, I used to hate Pokemon. I wish I was kidding. 10-year-old me was stupid, all right?
I think you're the first guest who has ever said that.
Trust me, I used to hate it when I was younger. Like I said, 10-year-old me was stupid. But like my friends would play the cards, and I was just kind of like, okay, maybe I'm hating it too much. then I decided, I was just scrolling through the TV one day, and the gym battle between Ash and Grant was on, like Cartoon Network or something. And I'm like, you know what? I'll watch it. Why not? I fell in love with that episode. Froakie as a Pokemon was just so cool. And I was just like, I'm actually kind of invested in this. And I got, like, after about a year or so, I got Alpha Sapphire, and here I am now.
I will say that anime-wise, you definitely started with one of the best anime series out there.
Yeah, like X and Y and XYZ. Beautiful.
Yeah, great animes. Just please don't tell me if you've gone back and watched any of the Gen 5 anime.
I have.
Oh, no. No.
I have wanted to take any kind of object and bash Iris inside of her head.
Same thing with Ash. They made him so fucking stupid.
Exactly.
Oh god,
like, I get that Black and White was basically like the Gen 1 equivalent, but you really didn't need to take it into the anime too.
It was supposed to be a soft reboot, but they didn't need a soft reboot. They didn't.
They did a hard reboot.
No. Well, it's technically soft because he still had all of his old Pokemon.
True, but they made him act like an idiot again.
Beyond
More idiotic than usual.
Beyond idiot. But the anime is where I got my start. I won't go into detail about the said person, but my brother, curse that motherfucker's soul, had some cassette tapes involving Pokemon anime, and the first one I watched was the three episode tape that had Pokemon Shipwrecked, Island of the Giant Pokemon, and Tentacool and Tentacruel.
Oh,
and
I love those episodes.
Yeah, I just fell in love with Pokemon since that day. I just thought this was so amazing, so awesome. Then I started, looking at cards, and I'm like, these are really cool. I didn't really collect them back in the day. I mean, I'm surprised I'm collecting them now, but I'm not really diehard collecting.
Yeah.
I'm just opening packs for funsies. Oh, hey, we got a raid. Yo, Cyber. Yeah, speaking of the devil, we were talking about Cyber. But yeah, Cyber, thank you for the raid. Guys, get the shout out for Cyber, please. And also, Raiders, welcome into the pokeNERDs Incorporated podcast, a Pokemon exclusive podcast for you to sit back and relax and get to enjoy us talking about our Pokemon experiences and us being Pokemon nerds. Also, Tequila, I'm doing pretty good. Hope you're doing good yourself. Yeah, you doing good today, Swampert?
Huh?
Yeah, you doing good today, Swamp?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right.
All
right. What were you about to say?
Well, I was gonna add on that I've mainly been watching baseball and softball games all day. But yeah, I used to hate Pokemon. It's a fact that nobody really knows unless I've really said it.
Yeah, that was that actually genuinely shocked me right there. But it's always good to hear that former Poke haters are now Poke nerds.
Yeah, I mean, if 10-year-old me decided to look at me now, they'd be like, I really am stupid.
Yeah, I was pretty stupid too when it came to playing Pokemon. But yo, Cyber, how was your Can Brock beat Platinum run?
Okay, now that sounds interesting.
Yeah, he completely just completely revamped everything. His setup. He now has this glowing light mask, and he has like Brock's face on it and whatnot. And he's starting to play through games as if he was a certain somebody. So he started off with Brock.
Brock versus Rock. I'd like to watch that.
Rock versus Brock. He's doing it in Platinum, so that's impossible.
Well, I said Rock versus Rock because the first time was a Rock gym.
Oh yeah. I think he had I don't remember what he had. Hopefully he's getting that Krogunk soon. We just beat Volkner going to the Elite Four. Oh wow, he made a lot of progress today.
Wow.
Wow, you made a lot of progress today. Last I saw lurking, you were in cybernetic. You were at Pastoria. All right. But yeah, after I started looking at the cards, I started actually playing the games. My very first Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Sapphire. But I tried to play some of the older ones, but it never really, kind of clicked with me. So that's where that came into play. That's also one of the reasons why Zangoose is my favorite normal type. I love Zangoose.
Zangoose is cool.
Yeah, absolutely cool. But anyway, now we're at the point in the stream where it's the emote elaboration. Swamp, please post in the chat some of your Pokemon themed emotes. What inspired them? If also, if you can, who drew them? And just explain why these emotes are a thing.
All right, I'll put all of my Pokemon related ones in first.
Yeah, go ahead. That's mainly the ones that I want to see, the Pokemon themed ones.
Okay, those are all the Pokemon related emotes.
Wow, those look really good.
Yes. A lot of my emotes are based off of like channel memes.
Uh-huh.
Most of my emotes are done by my emote artist Plurp on Twitter. However, the hype train emote, which is my favorite emote I have ever had made, was made by Kathy, Sunnyside Seas.
Oh yeah, a good chunk of my emotes were drawn by her.
And the chestpin is literally just a random image of chestpin that one of my moderators had, and it's just like, you know what? Can I turn that into an emote? Because I want to. Because
that's cool.
Because that chestpin is just smug.
Yeah, I remember. I had a friend, Hazel-eyed chick. She made an emote based off of Tyranitar. It was literally just a picture of Tyranitar smiling.
But the shiny and the hype emotes, self-explanatory. The candle emote is also a lark emote. Just have a little Litwick on top of Swampert's head.
Uh-huh.
That was also kind of... It was the first shiny hunt I did with a capture card. And I was just like, why not? Right? The coffee emote. I love coffee. I'm a caffeine addict.
Yeah. I don't drink coffee and I don't like tea, but I drink tea every morning with lemon and I hate it.
And a couple of the emotes, the hype train emote, absolute favorite emote I've ever had made.
What about that? I'm laughing at that Frostlass emote. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah. Just the fatality.
Wait, you can't hear Elisa? Anybody else hear us? Hopefully everyone can still hear us. Oh, never mind.
We all good.
Okay, we're good. But yeah, what about that? Did you say something about the Lurantis emote?
I was just about to.
Okay, cool.
So the Lurantis emote is a ban emote because of one specific meme, the Gatekeeper.
The Gatekeeper.
Allow me to elaborate. So me and one of my moderators and streamer friends are in our train. We would do so many Dynamax adventures a while back. We still do them, but just not as often. But have you ever ran into Lurantis in DAs?
Yes, I have.
It has contrary.
I know.
Someone screwed up and gave it like a stupid high attack boost. And we have it forever called Lurantis the Gatekeeper since that day, with Gandalf's "You shall not pass" going through our heads every time we go against it.
That was like me with an Unpheasant that jumped into my top 10 for a while because it knocked out 3 of our teammates in one shot.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck it did that. But anyway. Alright, well, is that all you got, or do you got a few more you want to show off?
I have some more that are not entirely Pokemon related, but either are me or have like a funny meme establishment.
Yeah, go ahead, post them. They'll pop up on the wall. Okay, I can see your face. I can see 2 things of your face. a glowing face, derp. Yeah, these are funny. Those are cool.
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally posted the candle emote again. Oh well, that's fine. The derp emote. So one series that I stream a lot and have been a big fan of is the Yokai Watch series.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a specific so like when it in the first game, when you're walking back towards your house with the Yokai Whisper, he for some reason turns into a sheep and makes a sheep joke. It's just the kind of humor that Yokai Watch puts out. And I just thought it was funny enough to where I could turn this into like a derp emote. And it worked.
Hey, if it works, it works.
The drunk emote is it's Nightbot.
Nightbot. Oh, Nightbot. I don't use Streamlabs, so I didn't know that was it.
But Nightbot is just the meme is Nightbot likes to like if you do something wrong, it's just like Nightbot's drunk.
Yeah.
He's not working properly. And I just kind of made the meme based off of that. The hello there emotes. Hello there, General Kenobi. That's just been the classic saying.
Hello. All right.
The you right emote. It was just once like me pointing at somebody. Don't ask me why. Also, the Markiplier meme just ran through my head at the time.
Yeah, if you
now
don't
allow me.
What?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead. You do what you need.
But I was gonna talk about why the Pog and the Rave Pog emotes are why they exist. It all starts with December 2020. Whenever I got the infamous shiny Feebas. And it just kind of spiraled into what I became known for a while. But a while back, that video was featured in video reversals, and freaking Dupe zoomed in on my face, and I was just like, and I'm just like, son of a gun, I'm gonna turn this into an emote.
Well, you have been getting some, popularity like that because you recently got featured in one of Farlace's videos.
Yes, Farless made that meme of streamers being inconvenienced, and that had the clip of me getting pie in the face by Hannah. So,
yeah, I wish that guy would see one of my old clips and see what the hell happened here, or maybe just me choking on my water trying to find that Froakie. It's like, this guy choked finding a shiny.
If we just, Farless, if you ever watch this, I would love to see like a streamers getting inconvenienced part 2. I would love to see that.
Yeah, me too. There's multiple moments where I got my cat just majorly inconveniencing me, especially Patches, because he's got all of his claws, and he loves to climb on me.
Or a streamer race mode would also be funny. He could just grab the clip of me shaking my chair.
I fell out of my chair laughing at Mirror B from XD Gale of Darkness.
I can't do it, but
yeah. All right. I'm gonna share my main Pokemon emotes right now. There we go. All right. So the first two are my animated emotes. The fox was drawn by Kathy. The Hydreigon was drawn by Video Game Shay.
I love that. Just the smacking on the table.
It's supposed to represent hammers, but everyone just like. But anyway, so Giggle for Zorua, because it was actually based off of a GIF I found on. Here we go again. It was based off of a GIF I found on Google, and I just asked Kathy to draw it and make it shiny. Shay, I talked about this one, and we just wanted I wanted Hydreigon as an emote, and I wanted to make like a banhammer emote, but I should have probably just said maybe hammers, but I'll talk about those ones later too, Bells, my cat emotes. But I just wanted I just wanted that to just, but all right, so obviously we have Kathy drew this one. I mean, no, Shay drew the demon emote. It was actually a redrawn of one of my OG emotes that was based off of a Fiverr designer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, High and Lurk, those are Kathy. High is for general high welcoming. Greninja is my favorite shiny. Lurk, I like this. My Lurk command is thank you for lurking in Darkrai's shadow. That's why Darkrai is like poking out of the ground.
Yeah.
My people don't really ask me this much, but my shiny luck emote is actually based off of Regidrago, not a dark type. And the reason for that is because Regidrago is my first ever on-screen shiny. So it's a paying homage to basically back before I branded myself and I knew what I was doing.
That makes sense.
Yep. Obviously, I got shiny Obstagoon hype and rage. The Pog, I wanted Zoroark emote, so I just had Kathy draw shiny with Pog. The Grimmsnarl one is the one that's the least used. It's supposed to be like a sus emote, but I guess we really can't make Grimmsnarl look more sus than what it is.
Yeah.
I got Blushing Umbreon. Sushi is one of my favorite emotes. I love
that.
I fell in love with Lantern with my Thunder only playthrough of my Thunder only Nuzlocke and Shield, and God, it was so devastating to me when I screwed up and she died. I was devastated. I got GG's and a Dusk Ball that was drawn by Kathy. Just wanted a GG's one with catching whatnot. My favorite one was drawn by Shay. This was Piers, Obstagoon and Piers combined, and it was very. This is my tier 3 emo because it's like my most like drawn one, and I wanted like to pay homage to all that whatnot. Obviously, I got Zigzagoon hard emotes, my Flex, Urshifu, Single Strike, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
my nephew's watching. I gotta watch the swearing. Aw, come here. Look who woke up from a nap.
Oh.
But based off of these guys, I do have 2 emotes based off of my cats. Dominic is the talker, so he gets a meowing emote, while Patches loves to get petted, so I gave him the pet. But obviously everyone knows that my nerd emotes, they're for people to call everybody nerds. Beast on Baby, roll is my catchphrase. I got MVP and Killshot. MVP was based off of Yoha because the fall 21 cabin I was the MVP, and Killshot was when we were doing DAs, and I was like, oh yeah, I got the Killshot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have any ideas for any new future emotes. I'm pretty much all stocked up at the moment.
I have some ideas for emotes whenever I can get new ones. I want a Marshtomp with orange headphones, just doing the cat jam stuff.
Jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. All right, so now we're going to come to the point of the podcast where you and I are going to share some of our coolest or strangest moments that we've had regarding Pokemon. This is why I wanted to bring up this right away, because actually, guys, Swamp and I were both in the Gen 1 151 Shiny Challenge.
That would be correct, yes.
Yes, so he is this guy, all right, this is, like I said, this is our youngest podcast guest, and he has participated in 3 different world records. Tell him which one you found.
Shelter.
Yep, he found the Shelter for the 151. And everyone knows that my notorious Dragonite came into play.
Yes.
Dude, I cannot describe how shocked I was when I saw that thing pop out of the sky.
I still have yet to get any sky shinies, so that just a Dragonite sounds awesome.
I was going for Nidoran, and it just popped out of the sky. I almost missed it too. If I didn't see the sparkling foot, I was like, oh my god. I just ran after it and Master Balled it.
Yeah, because it's just like, you ain't getting away from me. Yoink!
Yeah, yeah. Jack from Nerd Out himself kept posting about it, and he was like, "Oh my god, this was so epic." And I remember in the video that he made, he was walking back and forth saying, "Our pacing was incredible." Blank screen, but it was only a matter of time before something truly epic happened. That's what he loves to refer to my Dragonite as, truly epic.
Cuts to you.
Yep, cuts to me going crazy. But anyway, that's what led to us participating in 3 world records, which are right up behind my wall. Where do you keep your certificates?
I do not have them yet because they're like $100, and I do not feel like paying for them at the minute.
Ugh. Yeah, I
Which
can understand that.
I will eventually, but just not right now.
If you didn't pay attention to the Gotta Catch 'Em All Discord, we're actually getting we'll talk about this now, but the 151 records are actually going to be in the Guinness Book 2024.
Yes. And thing is, an interesting fact that a lot of people don't really know. This is the second time I will be appearing in a Guinness Book of World Records.
Say what now?
Yes, this will be the second time for me.
Kid, what were you up to?
So, 2009, I was one of the people in the world's largest family reunion.
Really?
That would be correct. Yes.
How big was this family reunion?
Let me pull up the record. Actually, hold up. I think I got it on my phone. I can check.
Okay, this is all right. This is complete. I mean, this isn't Pokemon based, but still, this is the second time this guy's. Well, I mean, we're not going to be mentioned by name, but still, we partook in 3 different. We partook in world records.
Yes.
Come to find out that this kid has been doing it longer than us.
Yep, you're right. Let's see, where's it at? Where's it at? No, I have it. Oh, there it is. 2,585.
What?
And one of those was me.
How? What? I have no words. What? How? Was this like pure blood or like all extended family?
This was all extended family.
Whew, I was about to say, if he had that much bloodline, I was like, oh my god. All right, well, back on the Pokemon topics. But why go for Shelter in 151 was my question. Why go for Shelter?
So Shelter is one of my favorite. Well, Shelter and Cloyster, some of my favorite Kanto Pokemon. I had a Shelter hunt in Sword go on for over 4,500 encounters. So it was mainly kind of like a redemption for me of like, can I get it quicker this time? 15 minutes, all it took.
Yeah, well, I was going for Nidoran because I love shiny Nidoking, but like I said,
Dragonite
comes out of the sky. Did you get anything for the Gen 2 challenge?
No.
What about did you get like anything or
I did not get any shinies.
You didn't get even though we had Arceus at our disposal?
No. I was unlucky.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
But also I was like busy for about half the challenge, so I didn't have time to hunt.
I see. Well, I got the Tyranitar.
All right.
What?
I'm calling a prediction now. When Gen 3 comes around, you're gonna get either Salamence or Metagross.
I have already dubbed myself the pseudo collector in the series, which is why I went for Tyranitar in the first place. So I'm going for both because I have the capacity to double hunt now.
This should be fun.
I'm going for both because I have the capacity to double hunt now. There's an easy way to get Bagon, but Metagross is going to be eggs.
But you wonder what I was thinking?
What?
Sword and Shield reset for Metagross.
Nah, I'm doing eggs.
That's fair.
I'm better with pseudo luck than I am resets. You know damn well that.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
But yeah, we already talked about your your rock and rolla hunt. Is there any other like Pokemon based cool facts or experiences you've had that you would like to point out today?
I have several, but like a couple come to the top of my head. When we were talking about Gen 5 earlier, I- my rarest shiny comes from White 2, and that is my just random shiny Woobat.
Ooh, Woobat.
Yeah, I was training for Berg because my team was a little underleveled, but not too underleveled. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna train this cave and see what happens.
Uh
Random shiny Woobat pops up. I'm like, okay, yep, get in that great ball.
huh. Fun fact: the very first time I played through White version, I found a shiny Sandile.
Ooh, that's a good shiny.
Yeah. I will say though that I don't really I'm not really too favorable on Crocodile shiny, but Sandile is really good.
Mhm. I have gotten. There's only one instance where I've gotten a back-to-back shiny.
Which one was that?
It was an off-stream shiny, but I did record it. I was doing the Great Gala race,
Uh-huh.
and for Route 2, I was gonna go for Nickit because I tried to do it on Route 1, but I got a Blip Bug instead.
Uh-huh.
I got another shiny Blip Bug on Route 2. I was walking toward the Pokemon Center, and there was a Rookie D. Brilliant or Rookie D. I run into it. It's yellow, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Ow.
Wow. Wow. I remember in Arceus, we were doing a community map quest, and we had to go between all the areas in order of where we all the areas in order of how we adventure them in game. So it was the Fieldlands, the Mirelands, the Coastlands, the Highlands, and the Icelands. In one of the races during one of my trips to the Mirlands, I found two shiny Gravelers right next to each other, no outbreak.
Wow.
Yeah, no outbreak, no nothing. It was just two shiny Gravelers right next to each other, literally within like 5 feet of each other.
Guess the Golden Nuggets have favored you that day.
I remember someone calling them the Golden Nuggets.
I mean, that's what they are.
I know. They're even bigger Golden Nuggets.
Yep.
But speaking of the Gen 3 challenge, are you gonna be you're gonna try to be in it?
I've got a triple hunt setup for Mudkip at the ready.
Triple for Mudkip. Okay, I got you.
Yes, I want my boy.
I hope, I pray on everything that you can get that Mudkip.
Yeah, because I have 3 3DSs, I have 2 copies of Alpha Sapphire, and one of them Mega Ruby. So,
Well, I'm gonna wish you the best of luck on there because after all, I got two pseudos to capture.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get credit for both of them when they start collecting all the clips and whatnot. But if I do, hell yes,
Yeah.
because I can't go for Garchomp in the Gen 4 challenge if we do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why I can't
Because
go for Garchomp.
that's Nomi's.
Yeah, they're gonna say Garchomp's reserved for Nomi. Sorry, Spence. Sorry, Pseudo Collector. Go for something else. And I'm probably gonna go for like Spiritomb or some of the dark types.
Yeah, it's a good one to go for.
Yeah, last time I got Spiritomb, I got it in 2,295 eggs in during Camp Yoha.
Nice.
Which by the way, have you been doing that all this time around?
I have tried, but my luck has been trash.
I'm not really competing myself. The biggest reason is that I've kind of changed my code on shiny hunting events, and if there's no charity aspect involved in this, I have zero interest in partaking.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, because most of the ones I've been involved with are charity based, including the Gen 2 challenge and whatnot. So if there's no charity event, I'm not interested. So I'm not gonna really try to bash Gyoha, but it really to me is lowballing that this thing has been blowing up as of late. Yet there's no charity aspect to it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's all I'll say about that.
That's fair.
All right, where's my crap? I closed that out. Sorry, block your face for a second. I had to open up a document.
You're fine. Huh? Okay. Yep. Nope. I'm gonna just close that.
What happened?
I decided to check my phone for notifications. I opened Facebook and there is a like those chows from the Sonic franchise.
Yeah.
There's one being baptized in Crystal Pepsi for some reason. I'm like, okay, what the crud?
Okay.
I'm like, huh?
All right. I don't know why Crystal Pepsi, but we'll see what happens with that.
I don't know either. I just look at the notification. I'm like, why? Okay.
Good God.
It wasn't a notification that posted. It was notification for something else. But I open up. I'm like, huh?
All right. So now we're gonna get to basically our final, semi-final talking point, and it's basically Pokemon news. Basically, any like relevant or just recently released Pokemon news, and we just talk about it and speculate and whatnot. But the main and only like news point we can really talk about right now is the anime.
Yes.
As of yesterday, Goon Squad and what do you call your community?
Trainers of the internet.
Trainers. All right, so Goon Squad and Trainers of the Internet. Yesterday was Ash Ketchum's final episode in Pokemon. For now, until they somehow bring him back. But in terms of his main journey, it's officially over. 26 years later, Ash Ketchum's journey is over.
Wow.
So I have watched the episode. I found it pretty cool that they brought back Pidgeot after all this time. Good riddance. I'm old and he's still 10. He was blessed by Ho-Oh. You can't blame the world for that. But ever since then, we have gotten brand new information regarding characters and other things regarding, the new anime that's coming up. For those of you that don't know, the new anime that's coming out is called, well, at least for English, it's called Pokemon Horizons. And obviously, we have not one but two new protagonists. The girl's name is Liko, and she's actually from Paldea. They confirmed that she's from Paldea, and she has that mysterious I'm just gonna call it the Terra Charm. That's what I'm gonna call it. But then we have Roy. He is actually from the Kanto region. This boy's from the Kanto region, and he comes equipped with a special Pokeball. I mean, I think you've seen photos of this Pokeball before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
On Twitter? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait, you have or you haven't?
I have.
Okay, you have. But, all right. Also, we have Freed, who is a Pokemon professor who's going to be helping Roy and Liko in their journey, and he's partnered with, of course, a Pikachu.
Yes.
So, what are your thoughts? I don't know how depth you are with the most recent anime, but what is your thought process regarding Ash Ketchum's journey coming to a close? Because you actually haven't been on Ash's entire journey since day one. Well, actually, I'm going to retract that. I don't know how much of the old anime you watched.
I have seen the first season, but I haven't watched the entirety of the second. Haven't watched most of Johto or Rowan. I've seen most of Sinnoh, about half of Unova. Kalos, Alola, and I'm currently going through journeys right now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So what is your thought process on as Ash leaving the anime? Like, are you upset? Are you happy? Or like, just give me your thoughts.
It's very surreal that a character known to be in the show for almost 3 decades, his journey has finally decided to come to an end. And I just find it's going to be kind of weird for a bit, but I'm excited to see where it's going to go. Kind of
Yeah,
interested to see this new beginning.
yeah. I've gone on record stating that at the same time, I am upset that the journey of this kid that I grew up with is finally coming to a close, but I'm also relieved at the same time because we desperately need a new protag. We desperately need one.
I mean, you had the same person for 26 years. Guess it can get a bit repetitive.
And again, I got nothing against Ash. I got zero beef with Ash. We just needed a new protagonist. That's all it was.
Yeah, just someone new, spice things up.
But yeah, there are more characters that I haven't talked about that are actually, for some reason, only on Cerebi's Twitter page, but not on their index or whatnot. But we have also a new character. I actually don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. Amigio? He's the guy with the Cerulege.
I have not looked at anything about that.
But yeah, he's part of this group called the Explorers, which, based on, like, I'm not saying this guy is a baddie because, honestly, I kind of want to say that if I had an anime character, this is how I'd look. Honestly, this is how I'd look. My Acemon would be something else, but this is honestly how I would look. Minus the purple. But they're a part of a group called the Explorers, and it's hard to tell if they are baddies or not. Based on the silhouettes of a couple of them, they may be baddies, but we'll not know for sure until we actually see them. Which actually, the two other characters that were revealed are Jill. Wait, this guy's name is Jill? Okay, that's a... I don't know, Jill could also be a guy's name. But Jim has a Rhydon, and Konya has a Golduck. He's part of the Explorers group as well. It's literally spelled Jill. That's literally how it's pronounced. That's literally what it is. It says it right here on the Cerebi page. But yeah, also to note, Team Rocket is gone officially.
Yes.
I am also beyond relieved that they are gone.
My take on Team Rocket leaving, really quick.
Go ahead.
It's weird to see them leave, but I'm happy that I no longer need to do a very trash art style on Jessie.
A trash art style?
Like, I don't know what it is, but I swear they downgraded Jesse's and James's characters too severely. Like, just downgraded their... It's like someone took them from like a 720p to like a 480, if that makes sense.
I guess you can say that. Also, like, their character development also drastically has gone down over the past few years because out of all of them, James is the only one I like. And mainly because he actually gives a rat's ass about a lot in terms of Pokemon. Yeah. I mean, it actually genuinely hurt me, or hurt my heart, when he had to separate from Chimecho. And the fact that one time, it was the episode A Whole Lot of Trouble, he separated from Jesse and James, and he's with Ash and Brock, and he's literally just basically blasting those two, saying they're idiots and losers. And then when they reunite, it's all happy-gory and whatnot. It's like, what the heck is it? Just, dude, choose one way or the other.
Honestly,
be a good guy or a bad guy.
Honestly, James, if he was not a part of Team Rocket, would be an amazing protagonist.
Oh yeah, I don't deny that. I mean, his backstory is a little bit screwed up, but still. I mean, who doesn't have a screwed up backstory?
Exactly.
I mean, I for one got a pretty effed up backstory, but that's not what we're talking about.
If you can just count the past, I mean, I know yours not as bad as yours, but also mine has been internal screaming.
Yeah, I still got a war going underneath my skin, but
Same here.
As the old saying, huh?
In the end, don't we all?
Yeah, but in the end, I also gotta say you gotta fight on. Otherwise, if you don't fight for yourself, who's gonna fight for you?
Exactly.
But yeah, but so far what I've seen from the trailers and whatnot of the new anime, I'm really liking. I think they're taking a new direction with the art style, but it could be my eyes deceiving me. But I'm actually really looking forward to what these new kids are gonna introduce. Plus, seeing that shiny Rayquaza basically terrestrialized is like, ooh.
That if you see shiny Rayquaza, you know it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if Greninja shiny wasn't a thing, Rayquaza would be my favorite shiny. But it is my favorite legendary though.
Isn't there a shiny Rayquaza in the Hoopa movie?
Yeah, and that is a movie that we shall not discuss.
I have not watched that movie.
Please don't. It's basically 2.5 hours. It's basically an hour and a half of this thing saying "Ale Hoopa Ring."
Now, all I can imagine is Michael from Jason was like, "Ale Hoopa Ring, shut the up."
I know. That's why I hate it so much. I mean, it's so freaking annoying. That movie was just so freaking annoying.
Which movie was it that I need to see next for the Pokemon movies? I think I'm still was it Jewel of Life that I need to watch next, or is it?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think it's Jewel of Life. Yeah.
Like the Gen 4 movies outside of Zoroark are the best ones. Some of the best ones, in my opinion. I mean, obviously nothing can beat. Oh, go ahead.
I've seen Rise of Darkrai. Let's see, there's Rise of Darkrai. I've seen that one. That one's good.
That one's really good.
Is Giratina and the Sky Warrior before or after Arceus and Jewel Life?
Before. But hold on. Good night, Arceus. Love you, buddy. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so it's Giratina and the Sky Warrior I need to watch for. That's the next one. I haven't seen that one.
That one has a good ending soundtrack. Like everyone, they like to introduce songs at the end of the movies. That one's got a good one. Arceus, by the way, has a very good ending movie soundtrack. One hope, one wish, that we can keep the faith, one chance for us to make the world a better place. Together we can do so much if we only learn to trust. That's some really good shit right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to see which movie I need to watch next. I think it's Giratina and the Sky Warrior.
That one's a good one too. It's a little bit more funny and comedic than what Rise of Darkrai was going for, but Arceus went from Arceus took the comedy factor, went to an all-time zero, because this one was a more serious movie, maybe probably the most serious movie since the first one.
It's been a long time since I've seen the first movie, but I remember how good it is.
Even to this day, it still holds up. But I mean, hell, the best advice you can give a person from a classic dinner. I mean, a classic movie was I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are. No philosopher or professor said that. It was a Pokemon.
It was a Pokemon genetically crafted from the Pokemon Mew, made by humans.
Yeah. No philosophy professor or no famous writer ever said that. It was a Pokemon.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's still some absolute banger crap right there. But I wanted to ask you one more thing. In terms of like the new anime and whatnot, what are you hoping for the most when it comes to this?
Honestly, I kind of hope that it has somewhat of the same aspects as Journeys has, but at a very like slower pace, if that makes sense.
Uh huh.
Basically, kind of have like the whole thing of traveling to other regions, but having more time and just allowing to explore what your treasure is. Because from what I'm seeing is that the girl with the Sprigatito, I forget her name, but she looks like she
Liko.
goes to school in Paldea. Liko, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it says she is from Paldea, so she is going to school in Paldea.
So, and if they do the treasure hunt thing, that means she might go out explore the region, but also travel to other places in a kind of more condensed way, but not as condensed as Journeys, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can understand
But
what you
just
mean.
yeah, but just kind of
Yeah,
something along those lines to where it's just like the gift of life is like, how do you enjoy it and what do you think it means to you?
yeah. Like I can understand what you mean. You want like the main portion of the anime to take place in the said region it's from, but at the same time, you also want there more to be more exploration, like there is in Journeys.
Exactly. But just in a more strung out way.
Yeah,
Just kind of have like arcs.
yeah. Like if the flight guy's crew, there's an old sea guy with a fisherman. There's a lady with a Metagross. There was another person I don't remember. Still, I'm curious about this fisherman guy.
I'm curious about most of these characters, so I'm excited.
Hey, as long as one person's got a Metagross, that's all I care about.
I mean, if you have Managross, that immediately makes you cool.
Exactly.
See, even Stone.
Yeah, I knocked him out twice. But anyway, I actually want to see if they're gonna bring in some of the older characters, but more older. Like I'm really desperate to know if this is a time skip from the moment Ash ended his journey to now, or to when this anime takes place. Is it a time skip, or does it take place relatively around the same time Ash sets out on another journey?
I would love to see if that would be the case.
Yeah, because everyone loves to speculate that Liko is Ash's daughter based off of the hairpin and the hair color and whatnot. I mean, it's all speculation until it's actually confirmed. All right, Swamp. So this is the portion of this is the last topic I want to discuss, or basically this is more so a question solely for you. When it comes to your content creation, what are your hopes for in the near future slash far future? Like, do you got any special plans, or do you just want to create? Like, what are your plans in terms of your content creation journey?
Well, one is be more consistent because ever since last year, I have been inconsistent as all get out. Because last year, life just so
Understandable.
once I can get that consistency back, I feel like I'll be able to kind of grow my content. A lot of people ask if content creation as full time is a dream of mine. No, no, just no. I would still do content creation as long as I live. But will I ever do it full time? It's not what I want to do.
Yeah, my coworker Hunter loves to keep asking me if I like had this such amount of money, would I be a Twitch streamer full time? And I always like to tell him just like, no, man. My overall goal isn't really to be a content creator full time. I just want to share my love of Pokemon with as many people as I possibly can. That's all I want to do. I mean, if I become rich and famous off it, then so be it. I'm still probably gonna be working a full time job no matter what, because that's what I've done my whole life. I've worked, I've lived, and now here I am, talking with dozens of strangers I have not met IRL.
Exactly. That's basically how I kind of want to. For me, it's basically I like to run the show. That's why I want to start my own business from the ground up. And content creation is the closest thing to that I have. So it's like, I like to run the show because
Yeah,
I like the way I like to run things.
yeah. Contrary to belief, I actually have a business degree. I went to college for that, so good it did me.
I mean, I'm going for my associates fall of next year, so wish me luck for that.
Yeah, I wish you luck. Yeah, I usually give young guys advice to like go to a trade school or whatnot because like getting into a trade will like give you unless if shit hits the fan, you'll have a job pretty much no matter where you are. Because if you get into like a trade, then there's pretty much a universal what's the word I'm looking for? A universal pool of jobs you could possibly have.
And I kind of have that as well, but just not so much to trade as in I have the ability to do work that a lot of people can't. Like, big thing is working with several people I know with houses or yard work or stuff like that. I can do that, so
Uh-huh.
it's like fast learner. I know what I'm doing. You just give me something, tell me how to do it, I do it.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I am. I've worked with my hands my whole life, so if I wasn't able to work with these things, I'd pretty much be dead in the water.
Yeah. But thing is, I also tend to live around mainly elderly folks, so that helps. Easy work.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like your admiration for what you want to do for later in life and just create content creation as often as you can.
Yeah, just kind of being consistent with it. Just have it as part of my life, but never dedicate to it full time.
Yeah.
I feel like that would ruin it for me if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, that would probably be the same for me. I mean, sometimes I'll pick up my switches and play some Pokemon off screen, but most of the time when I'm playing, that's almost the only time I'm actually doing it, unless I'm prepping for something.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. Like, I tend to play games off stream, but if I'm just gonna play like Pokemon or something, I'd rather play on stream because it's fun.
Exactly.
But I also take time to play for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta find the perfect, as I like to say, you have to find the perfect work-life balance.
I'm still trying to find that because I'm also going through school and trying to get life back to normal, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to get my life back on track myself, but I don't want to bore everybody with the details.
Yep, same here.
All right, so I forgot to say this earlier in the day, but Swamp, I want to thank you again for taking the time out of your day to partake in the podcast and even showing interest in the first place.
Hey, you're welcome. I always like talking with other content creators about stuff. It's something I've loved doing. I want to continue to do, and overall, I just find it fun.
Yeah, me too. That's why I created this series in the first place. But yeah, guys, if anybody in the stream's not following Swamp Factor, please drop the young man a follow. But tonight, we're going to send the Nerd Squad, as I'm going to call him tonight, to Debarian. Do you know who he is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I actually tried to recruit him in the early stages of the podcast, but he said it wasn't for him at the time. So he's gonna be, he's definitely gonna, his name's gonna pop around when I do my second round of recruitments.
Sounds good.
But yeah, so again, Swamp, thank you for taking the time out of your day to partake in our podcast, and thank you for being, pretty. This one was probably the one where I've laughed the most. It's probably since the one with John.
Hey, anything I can do to just be here and have fun.
All right, so how do you normally end a stream? Do you have a specific saying or outro?
Well, for me, it's gotta break like an earthquake, and I'll see you all again next time. Later.
Oh, my, you do the hand thing too?
Yes, I do.
All right, we'll do it at the same time. So, as I like to say, stay safe, stay strong, stay tuned for Pokemon exclusive content, and as always, this has been the Top Goon, your man Spence. Beast out. I'll see you in the raid. And you all have a good... Hold on. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Wait till I say rah. I gotta do the scene transition. All right. Go. Rah!